as long as you have this book, you're okay. If you forget it, you can go online and access that. Okay, it's a standard process, which is the company I did, .com, and then you'll do purification kit, and it will have a or while you're on it, what you do, actually what you do before it, what you do during it, and what you do after it. Because diets don't work. What I mean by that is, let's say you do a 2, 3 month diet and you lose 15 pounds or 20 pounds or 30 pounds. And as soon as you get that mental, I'm on a diet. So you get that mental, I'm going to do this. And that's a lot of it. A lot of it is up here. When Jamie and I did this cleanse together, it was mental for me because we were going to start on a Thursday. Came in and she started that morning. She goes, and what'd you have for breakfast? And I said, I didn't start. I'm not mentally ready today. So I waited till the next Tuesday because the weekend was coming up, and I didn't want to cleanse that weekend. I had too much going on. Okay, so I encourage you. Well, I'm going to explain how we're going to, because we're going to do a Biggest Loser contest for those who are in attendance and for those who are watching the video. And what we're going to do is the winner will win a $200 cash prize. That will more than pay for your cleanse. Okay, so the biggest loser, so to speak, there will be paid for. So that's going to be to encourage you all to do this. Now, for those, and you said you wanted to bring a friend yesterday and RSVP, and that's great. For those who don't have a buddy here, I know your girlfriend's coming. So I encourage you to do it with another person. Why? Because she encouraged me and I encourage her because it gets hard. In the first few days, you're going to crave and you're not going to feel good. I had the first 2 days, I probably wasn't a pleasant person, but my patients probably didn't know because I tried to hide it, but she heard it. And for 4 days, I heard her and she wasn't pleasant. Sorry. She wasn't because we were both craving caffeine. We were coming off caffeine. We talked about that yesterday, Trace. Craving caffeine, craving sugar, craving all these things, and you're also detoxing. Your body is cleansing. So as these toxins are coming out of your body, you can imagine that you probably don't feel too well. Okay. Now Desiree, who's unavailable today, she's our massage therapist. For those who've met her, she's actually a massage therapist for the gymnastics team, the swim team at the university. So she's actually on a trip this weekend for I think national competitions for one of the teams. So she can't make it, but she did a cleanse. So I'll tell you right quick. I was not trying to lose a pound. I like my weight. I wanted to be big like Brian. So I wanted to actually, turn my bad weight into good weight, and I couldn't help but lose. You will lose weight guaranteed if you follow the plan. I lost about 15 pounds, point whatever, but 15 is what I'll say. Now Jamie's very specific, as most of you would know. She lost 19.4. Don't leave that out, okay? I lost 15, okay? Desiree lost 14? 13, okay? Now, no offense to Desiree, but she traveled one of those weekends. It was very hard for her to follow the plan because she was eating out with the team one of the weekends, and she came back and she said she did really bad that one Saturday. She ate pizza. She basically didn't follow the plan that day. Now, did I take a vacation from it? I hate to tell you, but yes, I craved something one day so bad, and I got tired of eating what I was eating, so I had to eat something. So did Jamie, but I will tell you, you will pay for it. Okay. Jamie cheated one day. She was cooking for her little girls out there. She tells a better story than me, but I'll just say she was cooking chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Took one lick by accident just to see how good it tastes, and it tasted so good she couldn't stop. So she ate it. Okay. The next morning, I was witness to her in the fetal position on the floor, and she called it pre-birth pain. Okay, so you will pay if you cheat. I will tell you that. Now me, the only thing I cheated on, I actually ate protein too quick. On like day 7, I added in chicken. I'll tell you. You probably wondering what is it. I'll tell you what it is. But anyway, I added in a protein source of food a couple days early, and I did not bother. I was not hurting by eating these because I just had protein. And I put a little bit of ranch-like dressing on it. So that's not on the plans at all, okay? But anyway, this little guide that it comes with, the cool thing about it gives you a diary and a journal. And I encourage you all, now, in order to be in the Biggest Loser contest and to win, there's a couple of guidelines that you have to follow. One, we will have an official weigh-in. I will not weigh you women. I will not weigh the men if you don't. Brian probably doesn't care. Eric probably doesn't care, but Jamie will weigh you, okay? You will step on my official scale, and you will come back 21 days later, and you will step on that same scale. Okay, I don't care what your scale says at home, we go by my scale, okay? Because you can adjust your scale at home. And but what we're going to do for those, I've got a couple of nurses who are patients who can't come today because people's schedules, some people work on Saturday. So they're going to have to watch this weekend, and then we're going to order these kits. Now, if you want to do I can only speak for this kit I'm about to talk about. Okay, I can't speak for any other kit. This kit is on the upper end. It works. There are kits on the low end. You're more than welcome to do any kit you want, but I can't vouch that you'll lose weight on this. I have a patient, she went and bought one for $19 at Walmart before I think Jamie and I even did this. And the bottles that came with it just said laxative on it. So, basically it's probably just going to increase trips to the restroom, and I don't consider that a true cleanse. Plus, it's probably not. This is organic, whole food sources, so you're getting what you're paying for. It is 100% pure grade, good things. It's not any synthetic things. I'm going to talk about vitamins in just a second, because you can't have your vitamins water on this, but otherwise you can't have what's in that cup more likely. Is that water? thought I saw a little color coming through. We've talked about the water.
He's helping me get on the water kit.
But here's your journal, so I want you to keep your journal. Okay, if you don't do this kit, then you'll have to write it on paper. But you keep your journal, and it says, what did you eat today? So keep up with it. How you're feeling? Did you experience any physical side effects? And are you doing any other purification techniques? Okay. And then it goes through day 21. It encourages you. It says week 1's almost over. It's your last day on the cleanse. I'll go over, what all this is in a second. But anyway, the cool thing in the back, this little piece tears off, and this is your grocery list. This is everything that you can buy and you can eat. Okay, you've got vegetables on one side. You can also have lentils and wild or brown rice, and then the only thing is water. Okay, on this side is your fruits, and then your protein sources that you can add in. I'll talk about on day 11, and then the oils you can have. Because with my salads, you can't have dressing, but you can use. I put olive oil on it. So that comes with that, and all the questions I said are answered in here. It's got a couple of recipes that come with this one, if you do this one. But anyway, why do you cleanse? Okay? Well, I'll share with you a scripture real quick, because most of you know I run up for my patients. I speak very openly about God healing your body, and your body is the Lord's temple, and we need to honor it, and we need to obey that law. And this is the scripture in 1 Corinthians 3:16. Don't you know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit lives within you? If anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy that person, because God's temple is holy and you are that temple. And then there's a little in this Bible that I have. It kind of gives a little excerpt on kind of more delved into that, kind of like the preacher. He does these really cool stories. Well, I'll come up with really cool stories because I'm not a preacher. But there's one in here that says, many of us wake up in the morning and make a checklist for the day. The one item that is missing on many of our lists is something to improve our health. Why is it that we do not include something daily for the good of our very lives? Is it because we forget? Could it be that we do not care? Maybe we have never been taught. Or it may be that we have never identified a big enough reason to do it. Perhaps all of these reasons contribute to our lack of effort to live healthy. As the scripture points out, our bodies actually house God. With this understanding, it becomes much easier to take care of our bodies. Imagine if God were to knock on the front door of your house. Here's where it gets a little good, okay? He knocked on the front door of your house. If you were like most people, you'd run around the house picking up so the house would be presentable, right? Of course we would. We would do this because we would never want God to think that we did not keep a clean house. What if the house we lived in were God's house and we were staying in it?